Hey guys, Bam here, bringing you my Stamina Nightblade build, Homestead patch for the Maelstrom Arena. I've had a lot of requests to do either a build video as of late or to give my loadout. So here it is, getting right into it. On the character sheet, you can take note of the totals to the right. These are not buffed in any way, shape, or form. We'll show you fully buffed totals at the end. 0 points into Magicka, 15 points into health, because without it right around 18k health, it's a little more squishy than I like to be, especially since we don't have a burst heal. So put the 15 points in there to get us up to that 19.5-ish thousand health. 49 points into stamina. Boon is going to be our thief Mundus. We get Minor Slayer from one of the sets that we're running. Werewolf not required. I don't even slot it in PvE at all. And the Dubious Cameron Throne is the food that I use because I'm not as good as other people at maintaining my resources on a consistent basis, so that's kind of my crutch. Ideally, you want the max stat health and the max stat stamina food, that blue buy stat. I run 2 5-pieces and a 2-piece. The first 5-piece is going to be the Night Mother's Gaze. You'll see the totals there to the right. 2 times weapon crit, 1 damage. And when you deal critical damage, you reduce the enemy's physical resistance for 6 seconds. Back bar is the Maelstrom Bow, sharpened trait. If you do not have this, go ahead and just throw a sharpened bow of the Night Mother's on the back bar until you can gain the Maelstrom Bow from the arena. 2-piece I run is Vox all the time. Gives you 1-piece weapon damage, and it says when you deal damage you have a 20% chance to spawn 3 disease spores that deal 13,000 damage to the first enemy. Guys, this will proc if you do damage, it'll proc if you take damage, it'll proc in Cyrodiil if you're rezzing a player. It procs all the time. Use it, it's fantastic. Then I run a 5-piece of the Vicious Ophidian, gives you 2 times crit, the 1 piece for the Minor Slayer. Reduction of cost of stamina abilities, and when you kill an enemy you get stamina back. It's constant resources, and also a little bit of damage there on the end of that 5-piece. And then I run the 3-piece jewelry of that with the 2-piece again on the body. If you cannot get this, a very close second is going to be a 5-piece of Bone Pirate. You can get the Bone Pirate from Blackheart Haven. It's a gruesome grind, but once you get it, it's definitely worth it. At that point, if you're running Bone Pirate, I do highly recommend running that Dubious Cameron Throne to get the most out of that 5-piece. That'll give you max stamina and stam recovery. Into the skills, we got Surprise Attack here, no surprise there, pun intended. Killer's Blade for the Execute. Deadly Cloak because the damage reduction from AoEs is fantastic. Resolving Vigor, Steel Tornado, and Dawnbreaker of Smiting on the front bar. We'll get Poison Inject, Rearming Trap, Relentless Focus, Razor Caltrops, Endless Hail, and Ballista on the front bar. Or, I'm sorry, on the bow bar. The passives that are important are all the ones in Assassination, all the ones in Shadow. You really don't need anything in Siphoning other than that Catalyst because that is the one that gets you ultimate gain after drinking a potion. You want all the dual wield and all the bow passives. Medium armor, and the 2 there, Constitution and Juggernaut in the heavy armor. That's going to increase your health recovery and your max health. Fighters Guild, go ahead and hit all those passives out for the cost reduction and the increased damage, as well as Ulti-Gen. Undaunted Metal, the assault passives aren't really important for the arena, and you can see here I am a Nord. Reason why I'm a Nord right there. Increase max stamina and the health recovery, and the cold damage max health, and the damage reduction. This is amazing, guys. That 6%, you didn't think you would notice it, but you really do notice that damage mitigation. As far as champion points goes, I know this is going to change on the next update. For right now, I'm running 100 points into Warlord, 88 into Mooncalf, and 12 into Tumbling, because you will have to break free or dodge roll in the arena. 100 points into Mighty, 25 into Thaumaturge to buff those damage over time effects, and 67 points in Precise Strikes. I didn't really see an advantage to putting the remaining 8 points in either one of these 2 trees, so I just voted for a little extra penetration. 5 points into Hardy, 83 in Elemental Defender, 32 into Thick Skin, and the 10 points remaining into Quick Recovery to increase the ticks of that Vigor heal, again, because it is our only heal that we have. This is a loadout for a CP 600, keep that in mind. If you have less than 600 champion points and would like a loadout, feel free again, shoot me a message on PSN, linking my gamer tag in the description below. Once again, guys, that's my Stamina Nightblade build. I'm going to go ahead and buff up here. Boom. And you'll see that I'm right around 80% weapon crit, 15.5 on the stamina recovery, 30,000 stamina, and the spell and physical resistances, you can add 5280 to that for when you use the surprise attack. I don't have an NPC in front of me to buff that up. But that's what you're looking at. I really hope this helps you guys out. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, or again, send me a message on PSN, and I'll be more than happy to help anybody in any way that I can. Alright, thanks again, guys, and take care.